Dear students, I am Mrs. Neha Makkar and in this video we are going to study how to write an autobiography. So students, let us first understand what do you mean by autobiography. An autobiography is a form of writing where the writer narrates his or her own life. So the writer himself or herself is telling about his or her story of life. Basically, a biography involves a number of different events a person experiences throughout their lifetime, but the writer is someone else. So, as the name itself suggests, children, auto means self, means you are yourself writing the story of your own life, and biography means somebody else is writing the account of your life or the story of your life. So rather than being written by someone else, an autobiography in simple words is a self-written story, a story written by own self about our own life. Now children, let us first understand what are the contents of an autobiography, how we have to write an autobiography. So children, we have to first think about our life. We have to only remember the prominent, means the important events, the unusual experiences or the memorable days of your life. You have to take some time, think about the important moments that have been interesting to share, and you have to write only about those events. You have to be choosy about the portions of your life that you are writing about. So you have to create a list and pick the ones that you want to include in your autobiography. So the most satisfying and helpful part of writing an autobiography is first to make a list, means the things that you have to remember. So it's advisable to write all the memories into sections and categories. So you have to classify them, you have to divide them into sections. How will you divide? You will write in one section about your family life, your family members, your parents, your brothers, sisters, your memories of your school, like that. So from the your school life, your family life, that will be in the initial portion. And after that, and it's not about writing each and everything of your life. As I told you about, you have to be choosy. You cannot write about each and everything. Otherwise your autobiography will be very lengthy and not at all interesting. You have to choose about one event, place or person to write about. So you have to be, the people that you include in your autobiography also, you have to be choosy about them. And make sure that the selected theme is not only interesting to you but also to the reader. So it should seem interesting to the reader, the one who's reading your autobiography. So now children, we have to first understand the format of an autobiography writing. So like an essay, it also has an introduction. So in this, you have to introduce yourself in the first paragraph, and it has to be not too much of details. You have to give a general idea about yourself, like your name, your age, your personality traits, means your qualities that are your personality traits, and your family history, who the members of your family. And so it will help the reader to understand the background or the kind of person that you are. Now the middle portion of your autobiography is known as a body. Why it's known as a body? Because it gives the main information is presented here. And it also elaborates in detail the significant or the important events and details and in the right manner. And you have to divide this body into several paragraphs and connect them in a logical order. Means how you were born, then what was your family life, what was your school life, what was your college life, and then towards your old age and before that your youth. And then in the end portion, you have to leave the reader with a strong and thought-provoking information, and you have to also state some important life lessons and experiences of your life that have helped you to become a better person. But children, autobiography doesn't mean that you have to always write about yourself, okay? Autobiography can also be about a non-living thing, an inanimate thing, the thing which has no life in it. Now there children, your main part comes, okay? You have to show the emotions, okay? If it is a watch, if it's a broken toy, or even if it's a mobile phone, you have to, draw emotions in that. That non-living thing also has some life in it. Okay, it also has some emotions in it. Okay, so you have to start from where the thing was manufactured, in which company, in which packing it came, and who was the first buyer, and then what happened, and how did that thing break, and what end feelings that non-living thing is also carrying towards the end. So, like you will write about a normal living human being, the same way you have to write for a non-living thing also. So it's not just about a human being, it's all about a non-living thing also. Thank you, children.